was wondering if you have any recommendations in terms of starting a cold emailing campaign.
Well, I mean, I would say, pick a target market. Do you have a specific target you want to go after?
I don't necessarily have a niche, but I would like to target Utah. So I'm just wondering if you have any experience with a particular software or, maybe a VA from Fiverr or, how would you go about it?
Well, I think there are a few ways to do it. There are companies that will do email campaigns for you, or you can get a virtual assistant. Most of the time, excuse me, most of the time, if you get a virtual assistant or somebody you're going to need that doesn't specialize in email marketing, if it's not an email marketing firm, then you're probably going to need to write your own content. So in terms of software, I mean, I like used to be Sendinblue. Now it's called Brevo. They renamed themselves. It's called Brevo. But what I like about Brevo is that I used MailChimp for a really long time, but MailChimp charges you based on the number of contacts that you have. I have a lot of contacts, but I don't email all of them on a regular basis. So I didn't want to be charged based on the number of contacts. I wanted to be charged based on the number of emails that were sent out. And so Brevo will let you, for like $25 a month, you can send out 20,000 emails and you can have unlimited contacts. So that just worked better for me. But there is, Brevo, Constant Contact, MailChimp. I mean, all of them are good platforms. It just really depends on your needs. Most of them will charge based on the number of contacts you have, though, with the exception of Brevo. And then as far as writing the content, if you're going to send emails, one of the things that I've noticed, the trends these days are to keep the emails very short. It can all be seen in one screen, and and basically it's one sentence, blank line, and the next sentence, blank line, the next sentence. So they're double spaced, and there may be 5 lines. And so, if you can get 5 sentences, because I think the reasoning behind that is you can see it, and your brain actually can read the entire thing in one snapshot when it's laid out that way and when it's short sentences and all that. So if there's anything in there that's going to pique their interest, they only need to see it for a second as they're going by, and you can capture them that way. So that, I mean, those are the tips I would use. Just keep it short, super short. And then, your content is going to, I mean, if you are targeting, let's say you want to sell, I don't know, architecture firms. Well, then you pull your list of architecture firms, and your emails need to speak to them. So you're going to have to use a couple of words in there that are going to talk their language, which would be different if you're targeting, maybe an accounting practice or a doctor's office. Or I think you have to select a target, though. I don't think you can just create a general, hey, do you want to sell your business type thing and pull a general list of every business on the planet, because you're not going to have anything in the content that's going to really speak to them.
Tanya, may I ask you, how do you think about the email result? I mean, the percentage when you got the lead. If you send out 1,000 email, how many response email you received?
I don't know. I don't know those numbers. I know that all of the software that you send out will give you analytics to tell you whether the email was opened or not.
Oh,
And so, I think in terms of actually getting your email read, the
yes.
percentages from everything I read, the percentages are much, much higher with email than they are with sending letters through, post office, and it's far less expensive to send an email campaign than it is to do direct mail. So, but I don't have, as far as I think a lot of that would depend on the quality of your list. You send out 1,000 emails to a list that is kind of random, probably not going to get too many listings out of it. But and email campaigns are exactly that, they're campaigns. It's not one email that gets sent to 1,000 people, right? It's a series of 7, 8, 10, 20 emails, whatever. It's a series.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.